I am back from Japan,
Yay!
and the trip started out so crazy.
I don't think I
You're
know
not
any
gonna,
of your stories from Japan.
I know, you're not gonna believe what I did. I did like the worst thing in the whole wide world.
Oh no, I did hear this story. I heard this story from mom.
Oh my
That is a
God.
crazy story. Yeah, you need to share.
Okay, so dear listener, dear listener, uh, I had ordered when we took, when Andrew and I took Chrissy and I, our parents, to Italy. We bought them these, they're kind of like neck braces. They're called turtles. And they're for like sleeping in an airplane. Cause you know when like you're sleeping in an airplane and then your head bobs and then you like wake
Yeah,
up?
it's like little U that goes on your head, right? On your shoulders.
Well, yes, but like normally it's a neck pillow, but that doesn't really help you. This is like literally almost like a neck brace. Like it looks like you've been in a car
Oh.
accident.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that heavy duty.
But it has like this pliable plastic. Anyway, we got
Oh,
it for
okay.
them because we were doing these red eyes and Andrew and I got lay down seats and they didn't. And so I was like, so I was
Throw
like,
some crumbs.
yeah, I was like, here's a neck brace for you.
It's just as good.
So okay, candidly, we wanted to give them the lay flat seats, but mom and dad's schedule was like really difficult, so we weren't able to get the best price. Anyway, whatever, it doesn't matter. We got them these things. Okay. Now Andrew and I are going to Japan and we don't have money for lay down seats. It's a 14-hour flight. So I'm like, it's my turn for the neck brace.
Mm.
So I bought neck braces for us. And it was a special they were hosting, and it came with a passport holder. And it shows up, and Andrew says, "This is great. I love it." And he puts his passport inside. I say, "Awesome." A week before we leave for Japan, we go to, I fly to Florida to visit mom for her birthday to surprise her. Mom says, "Here are the neck braces. We don't need them anymore. You can take them." I said, "Okay, that sounds good. I'll return the neck braces that I purchased, and now I'll use mom and dad's."
So
So Sunday,
reasonable.
so reasonable. So Andrew picks me up and he says, "We're almost at the expiry date of the neck braces. We need to return them like tomorrow on Monday. Our flight's on Friday. Can you take care of that?" I said, "No problem. I'll take care of it." So Monday, I have
Gosh,
the
I'm dying.
I print
Oh my gosh.
I print out the shipping label. I pack everything up and I grab the passport holder and I open it up because I knew Andrew had put
Mhm.
it inside and I didn't see it. I said, "Oh, he took it out." And so then I ship all of the products away. Wednesday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Andrew says, "Where's the passport holder?" And I said, "What do you mean?" And I'm like the
I'm
Jennifer Lawrence.
dying.
I'm like the Jennifer Lawrence meme of like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" And she starts to cry. And Andrew says, "My passport was in there." I said, "No, it
Oh.
wasn't." I was like, "I checked." And he said, "It was inside the pocket. Did you check inside the pocket?" And I said, "No."
There's a
"Who would put it
double
in the pocket?"
pocket.
It was like normally you put a passport in and it's like a book and you open it. But Andrew had tucked it completely inside this pocket.
Wow. Well, that's like thief proof. You couldn't even find it.
I couldn't find it. I shipped it away.
Oh my
So,
gosh.
so now we're supposed to leave for Japan in 2 days. Not
Oh,
even, really a day and a half.
oh my gosh.
So Andrew's like, "I'm not gonna be able to go to Japan. What am I gonna do? All these things." I said, "We're gonna fix it. We're gonna figure it out." So there is a secret number for passport for emergency cases like this.
Oh.
So I call the number and I get a hold of this guy. And honestly, if I hadn't called him, I would have felt like I was being scammed because he was telling me all these things. He's like, "All right, I need you to write this down. Write down this number." And I said, "Okay." And he's like, "Repeat the number back to me." And I said, "Okay." So I repeated it because I mean, he was like, "You're going to be prepared for this because if you make any mistakes for the secret passport
Oh.
meeting, then you don't get your passport."
Oh my gosh. What? How did you find the secret number?
It's
Google
on the
it.
internet. You just Google
What? This keeps getting wilder.
it. But so you call them and then they're like, okay, repeat the confirmation numbers. Okay, you need to print out this form. You need this form. You need your birth certificate. You need this. You need that. Turns out Andrew doesn't have a birth certificate. And I was
What?
like,
Where'd it go?
I
Where is
don't
he
know.
from?
I don't know. Like he doesn't have one. And I'm like, this is actually alarming, especially right now in the States. I was like,
Oh,
babe,
yeah.
like, you need to get your documents in
Oh,
order.
no.
Yeah. So we're trying to get all the stuff. We get all the paperwork. Andrew changes his flight from Atlanta. Okay, so then I forgot to tell you this. So then the secret passport guy, he said there's only passport places in certain locales. One of them is Atlanta. I said, perfect,
Convenient.
convenient. There's no appointments. He said the nearest appointment to you is New Orleans. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. Can you get there? And
Oh
I'm
my
like,
gosh.
tomorrow? I was like, I don't know. It's like a 7 or 8 hour drive. I was like, maybe I could drive. I could drive through the night. Like, what am I going to do? Da, 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 da. Andrew is using big brain magic and he says, our layover to Japan is at JFK.
That was a good catch.
Yeah. He said, is there an option in New York? So I said, is there an option in New York? And they said, yes, 9 a.m. tomorrow, New York.
That's
Can you make it?
incredible.
Yeah. So Andrew switched his flight from Friday to Thursday, flies out there. His passport photo, he is like, looks like a serial killer. He's so mad.
I'm sure he's just so upset with the situation,
He's
exhausted.
oh my God, he's so mad. And I mean, like, I feel so horrible. I mean, like, really, it was fraught.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So they hold secret passport appointments for people that need to go out of the country within 72 hours.
This sounds a little
And
sketchy almost.
that's what I'm saying. I was like, I feel like would be scammed if I hadn't called them myself. Yeah. So it's only for people that are 3 days out from their trip. Only in like certain circumstances can they get these appointments.
Wow.
And you
And your
get like,
circumstance qualified? Like,
yes,
okay. So like you lose your passport, that's a
yes,
qualification. Okay.
that's a
All right.
qualification. Now, if you don't have a passport at all and you're like, I need to get one, no, no good. Can't help you.
Okay. I see.
Only like replacement.
Okay.
So Andrew flies out a day early. They get him the passport. We're off to Japan.
That's incredible that that worked out.
Yeah.
That
It
is
costs about
so
a
crazy.
it costs about $1,000 by the end of
Wow.
it because we had to
Trip
change a
ticket,
flight. He had to get the
hotel.
hotel, the this, the that.
Oh my gosh.
Because he didn't have his birth certificate, they said we can do a file search for you for the small fee of $100.
They could have charged you 1 million at that point. You're like, why not? Whatever
I
gets me to
was
Japan.
literally, I was like, okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Oh my gosh. Did he at
Yeah,
least get to keep his birth certificate? Like, did they print it out for him? Or did they just
no,
look it up? Oh my
they just looked it up.
gosh.
Literally, for the
Oh
government
my
secret Google search,
gosh.
$100 per
What?
item.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, honestly, though, those people need to be paid as much money as possible because
I know.
from all these government workers, they're getting fired, they're getting saying they're
You
not doing
know,
their job
that's
right.
true.
These people, A plus,
Working overtime. Yeah.
working overtime. I mean, wow. Wow. So,
Wow. That's so, man. The thing that killed me most about this story when mom was telling me was that you were returning the neck pillows to like get the money back.
I know.
That was the only benefit, really.
I know.
Oh, that's that's just so devastating.
I know. And Andrew's always telling me, he's like, Candace, you move too fast. Like, you're not being careful. This, and that. And I was just like,
You checked. You just missed
it's
it.
like, I know, but it's like, and normally that's what I would say. But at some point, it's like, you kind of got to look in the mirror and be like, well,
Oh
the passport
no.
is gone. You know, like,
I am the only one going to Japan tomorrow. I don't know how this happened.
oh my God, horrible,
Oh,
horrible.
that would have
But
been so awful. That was like a miracle story that worked out. They had an
Well,
appointment available. That's
well,
crazy.
apparently you can call your governor.
What?
We could have called
Yeah.
Governor Kemp, and he has even more secret spots.
Is he going to answer at 9 p.m.? When do
Well,
you
that was
call
the
him?
problem. That was the problem. They were
Oh.
like, you can try to call the governor Thursday for Friday.
Oh.
And I
But
was like,
yeah.
I don't know. But I mean, talk about buying votes. If Governor Kemp got me a passport same
Oh
day, I'd
my
vote for you
gosh.
forever.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big one, Kemp.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, you got my vote.
I
Like,
know.
that's the most a politician's ever done for me.
I know. Oh my gosh. What wow, that is such a stressful start to everything.
Oh my God. It
How was the
was,
plane ride once you guys were on there and you made it?
once we were on there, it was smooth sailing. I mean, it was 14 hours.
Yeah. Is that the longest flight you've been on? That's really long.
Yeah.
How long was
Yeah.
Italy?
8. It was longer for
Hmm.
us because we did a layover in JFK.
Oh, that's right.
So, but it was broken up. So at least you get to walk around a little bit.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, 14 hours in one plane. I watched so many movies.
I know. What, did you have any favorites? Any new
You
ones
know,
or were they all repeat?
I watched the Conclave. The Conclave. You might like it. You might not.
Hard to say. I haven't seen any movies, so no one would know my movie taste.
Okay. So I liked it because it was genuinely interesting. I don't know how you feel about it because it's basically the Pope dies.
Oh, oh yes, yes. I feel like I have seen this.
And it's like this, all of the priests are like having this very like subtle who should be the next pope voting type of thing, blah blah
Mm,
blah. And
yes.
it was genuinely a fabulous film, just like so
Hmm.
interesting. Like you would think it would be like Snooze Town, but even though it was like slow pace and not like a lot of things happened, it just you were like, well, what? Who are they going to vote for? Who's going to be the pope? Like we got to know.
Oh, oh, okay. It sounds like a really well done movie.
Yeah. It has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. Like it's really good.
Wow. Nice. I don't know if this is the movie, but I did get this one um I saw this one ad for some like Pope movie or something. It might have been this one. I don't know. And I was like,
The
"Oh,
Pope
interesting.
Exorcist.
Maybe.
Okay,
I don't
sorry, keep
know.
going.
I have no idea, honestly. Maybe it wasn't this one, but I was reading the reviews and they're like, excellent film, beautiful, perfectly captures the corruption of the Catholic Church. Loved it. And I was like, I was like, oh,
Was it Spotlight?
sad. What?
Was it Spotlight,
The movie or the reviews?
the movie?
I have no idea. I don't even remember. I never watched
Spot
it.
Spotlight was about you know,
Putting a spotlight on some scandals.
yeah, you know the ones
Mm.
about the popes getting shuffled around, not
Oh,
getting kicked
okay.
out.
Maybe it was that
Yeah.
one. I have no idea. I really don't know what movie it was, but but
I
I'm
thought you
glad
were
it was
gonna
good.
I thought you were gonna say the Pope Exorcist, which Andrew, that might be Andrew's favorite film because
Oh my gosh, really?
it has the world's greatest actor, Russell Crowe.
Oh my gosh. Pope
Yeah,
Exorcist. Have
and
you seen that one and do you like it?
it, Russell Crowe's so crazy because he was in Gladiator,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, someone would ask him, "What do you think about the Gladiator film?" Because it was like a smashing hit, and he was like, basically, it was a crap movie, and the only reason why it was good is because he's the world's best actor.
Wait, that's what Russell Crowe said about himself?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
So now every time we watch a movie of his, we're like, he is the world's best actor. Like,
I know.
it's going to be
You
amazing.
gotta make it good. Wow, I want
Yeah.
to watch all of his movies now.
I know.
That's
So we
so
watch,
funny.
now we do watch all of his movies. And so it's very funny and like, it's like a horror action, but it's mostly like kind of can't be funny.
Is it supposed to be funny?
No.
Did Russell Crowe try to make it funny?
It's just ridiculous. It's just so ridiculous. You're just like,
Oh
okay,
my gosh.
you're so
That's so
crazy.
funny.
Well, there's more about Japan, but I have a lot on this author recap. So I think
Okay. Maybe we
we were
split
gonna
up your
have to
Japan
do,
stories.
that's what I think.
We'll have banter forever.
I was thinking about calling you just to get some of the stories out because I was like,
Thought about talking to you outside of the pod.
I know, I thought about it, but I said, no, I gotta
Not
save
worth
it.
it.
Gotta save the juice.
That's okay. We can call later. We can retell on the
Yes,
pod, or you can keep it all
yes.
fresh. All our
No,
options.
I'll probably have to call you later, fill you in, and then we
Bet there's
can
a lot of
pick some of the
stories.
highlights. Yeah, there's a lot of things that happened. Ugh. Okay, so did we do the intro?
It's been so long.
I know.
Yeah, well, let's do the intro.
Why not? Okay.
Why not? Welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books we're reading. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
Do you know how to say that in Japanese?
No.
That's okay. I guess you didn't need to introduce yourself very much either.
No, I was relegated to the finger point on the menu. No substitutions, no specials. No.
Yeah,
I
as it comes,
as it comes, and if it's wrong and it's weird and I didn't like it,
you'll never know. Is that what you
yeah, not
ordered or
their
not?
problem. Yep, exactly.
That's so funny. Okay, well, yep, we're here. We're
This is a
back.
yeah, podcast, two sisters. Oh, you already said that
Books.
part. Books. We're here. Okay.
We're
Well,
here, The Alchemist, part one.
yes. Part one, The Alchemist by Paolo
Suelo? Coelho? I think it's like
Coelho.
a k sound.
Coelho. Paolo. I can say Paolo.
Paolo.
Paolo. He's Italian now. Um, ooh,
I know,
that's an
I
interesting
have.
cover.
Oh, we both have different covers.
I've only ever seen it this one.
Oh, really? You have the 25th anniversary edition. I don't know which mine is, but we'll get there on Judge a Book by its cover.
That's true. That's true. Okay. So I have a very long author recap, and it's, in my opinion, shocking.
This is like your tabloid title. Never
I mean,
before heard.
things were happening, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm intrigued. All right, I'm
Okay.
ready.
You ready? Okay. So Paolo, he was born August 24th, 1947, in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. He attended a Jesuit school. Do you know
Hmm,
Jesuit?
I do. It's like, well, it's like a Catholic group
Yeah. I
founded
was
by
thinking you would know
Loyola.
more.
Oh, okay, okay. Let me tell you all I know. It was founded
Okay.
by, uh, what's his name? Loyola, who also founded like
Uh-huh.
Loyola College.
Okay.
And I don't know where the name Jesuit comes from. I kind of forget. But from what I hear, the Jesuits are super cool. Like they
Oh.
go in, they'll like go into bars and break up fights and do all these things. I just read this book by a Jesuit priest who decided to live in the gang capital of LA and was like, I'm just gonna live here. And I'm gonna be a priest here.
Interesting.
And it's a really amazing story, actually. But anyways, yeah. So they seem like really cool people. I actually don't know a lot about them. I think they're
Oh.
contemplative. But this book, I did not. I've actually read it kind of recently, like 4 years ago, and I read it in high school. Anyways, I read it again. I was like, this is such a religious book. Like, there's a
Yes.
lot of religious imagery that I don't
Yes.
didn't remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jesuit, all I have written is that it's Society of Jesus
Yeah,
is
that
in
sounds right.
parentheses. And it's a
Okay.
leg of
Yeah.
the Catholic Church. But what you said, yep, that sounds right.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So you ready for the next bullet that was on his Wikipedia page?
Did he break up bar fights?
At age
Did he get kicked
17,
out?
at
He got
age
kicked out.
17, Paolo's parents committed him to a mental institution from which he escaped 3 times
What? No way.
before being released at the age of 20.
There's no other details? why he was committed, why they
That's
released him?
so Wikipedia said Paolo later
HIPAA?
remarked, it wasn't that they wanted to hurt me, his parents, but they didn't know what to do. They did not want that to destroy me. They did that to save me. And I was like, okay. What? So then I did some Googling and I
Oh
found on
my
his,
gosh.
I was like, we need more. So on his like page, he says, when I was young, my parents sent me to a mental institution 3 times, 1966, 67, and 68. The reason in my medical files are banal. I don't know what that means.
Bland? Like nothing significant?
Is that what it means?
I think so.
Trite, mundane. Okay. All right.
Okay. What?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, also good
Okay.
marketing. They sent me there 3 times. Or did he run away?
I
All right,
know.
Paolo.
Okay, so his medical files said that he was isolated, hostile, and miserable at school. I was not crazy, but I was rather just a 17-year-old who really wanted to become a writer. Because no one understood this, I was locked up for months and fed with tranquilizers. The therapy merely consisted of giving me electroshocks. I promised myself that one day I would write about this experience so young people will understand that we have to fight for our own dreams from a very early stage of our lives.
What?
Yes.
I
So
don't even know what to believe anymore.
Yes. So basically, what happened is Paolo's parents wanted him to become a lawyer.
Okay.
And Paolo was like, I want to be a writer. And then they were like, you're going to a mental institution until you want to become a lawyer, I
Oh
guess.
my gosh. Whoa. We'll show you how to win any argument.
Yeah. And so then finally, after he escapes 3 times, he says, fine, I'll do it. So he's 1 year into school. And then finally, Paolo's like, forget it. He drops out.
Oh my gosh.
What do you think he
Doc
does?
he sends himself to the mental institution.
No.
I don't know. He doesn't move back in with his parents, right?
Nope.
What does he do?
He becomes a
A
hippie.
priest? Oh, hippie.
No.
Okay.
He becomes a hippie. So he travels through South America, North Africa, Mexico, and Europe, and he's partaking in drugs because it's the 60s.
Oh, all right. Wow.
So he's having like a really experience.
He sure is.
Okay. Paulo, after he has his adventures, he returns to Brazil and he starts working as a songwriter for Brazilian artists.
Sure, he's become very inspired. He has a lot
Yes.
of ideas.
Yes. So he wrote for Brazilian icon Raul Seixas. Seixas. Raul. Okay. Which I guess based on how he was writing his songs led Paulo to be associated with magic occultism.
What?
I
What
know.
are these songs?
I don't know. I didn't have time for that. But
Oh
people
my
in
God.
Brazil, they later got upset. They said he's often accused of making ripoffs of foreign songs not well known in Brazil at the time.
Oh,
And you know what I thought of?
that Beatles movie?
The Little Prince, because we said this book is so similar to The Little Prince.
Oh.
And I was like, oh.
This one's a good riff off. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so what do you think happens next?
I don't even know. So he traveled the world as a hippie, discovered drugs, became a
Mhm.
songwriter. I mean, is he going to become a writer? Write his book?
Well, he would, except he got arrested.
Oh no, what for?
Well, in the 10 years he had been gone traveling the world, a like really authoritarian government had taken over Brazil. And they
Oh.
heard his songs and they said they were left-wing and dangerous.
Oh.
So they arrested and tortured him.
Oh no. Wow. This is a
Yes.
tough life.
Yes. So somewhere he gets out and he marries his wife, who's an artist. They're still married. Christina. They get married in 1980.
Okay, that's great.
In 1986, Paolo walks the 500 plus miles of the road of Santiago de Compostela in northwest Spain.
Oh, that I've heard that was really cool. He walked all 500 miles. That's a lot.
That's what he said. And I was like, where was Christina?
Oh, so we need a break.
I mean, that would take a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. A month? Could you do it in a month?
I mean, if you did 10 miles a day, that would be 50
Oh
days.
my gosh.
I mean, can you walk more than 10 miles a day? I guess you could walk 15. I don't know.
Wow. I don't know. I have a lot of questions.
Uh,
Christina's
th-
honestly, that one's at the bottom of my list.
she was at the bottom of the Wikipedia page. There was not one more
Oh my
line.
gosh.
I know. Okay. So while he's doing this, now finally he becomes his writer, becomes a writer. He writes an autobiography called The Pilgrimage.
Makes sense.
So now at this point, Paulo has made some money from his music writing, and he's like, I'm going to finally become a writer. So he started publishing a couple of duds.
Mm,
But The Pilgrimage that he wrote in 1986, which was published in 1987, did fairly well.
okay.
Shortly after, Paulo writes The Alchemist, which was published through a small Brazilian publishing house, and they made 900 copies, and then they said, forget it. We're not going to even sell these 900. This is a dud.
Mm-hmm.
Paulo found a bigger publishing house for his next book called Brida, which is a book about a young Irish girl and her quest for knowledge,
A
which
young
feels
what
very
girl?
similar, a young Irish girl.
Yeah, The Pilgrimage, that book, and The Alchemists seem to have very similar themes.
He really likes writing about someone on a journey.
Yeah. Because life is a journey.
Life is a journey. Okay. So when Brida was published, then Harper Collins, one of the big five publishing people, come in and they say, we want to put The Alchemist in English
How'd they
and
find it?
publish it.
Oh, wait, you know what? I think this was in my author introduction. Never mind.
Oh, how did they find it?
I think someone read it. Like someone read it in Portuguese or whatever, and then they just
Yeah.
knew someone who was like, we need to write this in English.
Yeah.
So it was like word of mouth was how it
Yeah.
got popular.
Hmm. Yeah. So then they started publishing it in 1994. And then I fell down a rabbit hole of Harper Collins.
Do they have scandals?
They have so many scandals.
What? With Paolo? With
Not with
with
Paolo,
what?
but with everybody else. Okay.
Oh my
So
gosh.
the last time we did one of the publisher deep dives, it was
Random penguin house.
Penguin Random House. Was it Random Penguin House?
No, we
Random
switched it because
House?
it sounded better. I think it was Penguin Random House is what their conjoined name was, but it didn't make sense.
Okay. Well, Harper Collins at least makes more sense. So it was a merger of two firms, Harper and Brothers, and then William and Collins.
Poor William, what happened to him?
Well, it's William Collins, sorry.
Oh,
Harper and
okay.
Brothers, William Collins. So now
Oh,
it's
okay. All right.
Harper Collins.
That
Yeah,
was a good choice.
yeah. The logo, if you look at it, is fire and then it's water underneath it. And
Hmm.
that's because the Harper's logo was a torch and the Collins logo was a fountain.
Oh, that's kind of cool. All right.
I thought that was cool. Okay, that was it for the good stuff. So now here, Harper Collins,
What?
they've been naughty naughty. First
Oh
thing, they were
no.
caught, they were caught in an antitrust lawsuit. That's basically for like manipulating markets, becoming a monopoly, things like that,
Oh,
for artificially
interesting.
fixing the prices of their books to inflate the cost to the consumer.
Mm.
So the suit alleged that HarperCollins plus others were colluding together to keep the prices of ebooks really high and to weaken Amazon's position in the market.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Hmm. Like because they have like the legal rights to all of these ebooks, and then they're making them really expensive. And then if you want them, you have to buy. It's like trying to do stuff like that.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
Okay. I guess HarperCollins needed money because they were upset because later on they sued what's called the Internet Archive because it was providing ebooks for free.
How dare
And
they?
yeah, HarperCollins said, you're denying authors money and the publishers.
Yeah, don't forget about them.
Yeah, mostly the authors. That's who we're concerned about.
I will say I am guilty of always looking up free PDFs online.
I mean,
Have you done
same
that for
girl.
some books?
Yeah,
I
same.
know. Think about Harper
I
and
know.
Collins.
I honestly don't like reading an ebook, a free PDF, because it's really hard for me to read it. Like I did it for The
Yeah.
Little Prince, and then I printed it out, and I
Oh
kind of
my
regretted it.
gosh. Well, yeah, print it. Yeah, that's a lot.
I would prefer to just have the ebook and it has the pages and the da 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 da, whatever. Okay. HarperCollins sued Lindsay Lohan.
What did she do?
Our little Lilo, she was given a book deal with HarperCollins, and they gave her $350,000 up front, and she was supposed to write a tell-all memoir, and she never wrote it.
Oh, well, I
Uh,
mean.
yeah, fair's fair. In two in 2022, Rosemary Sullivan published a book with HarperCollins that alleged there was a specific Jewish notary, like a specific person, as the most likely suspect in Anne Frank's betrayal.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Experts were challenging the conclusion, and the family of this person threatened a lawsuit and then started a foundation.
Wow.
I
So
don't
did they win the lawsuit?
I don't really know
Oh
what
no, they
happened.
only threatened.
I
Okay.
think they threatened, but it was weird because other people, other publishing companies had been involved with this as well, I guess. And they were like, we're going to pull it. We're not going to keep writing it. And HarperCollins said, we're going to keep printing it,
Making money.
making money. Okay. In 2022, 250 workers unionized for a strike
Okay.
against HarperCollins. They were unhappy with the wages and the working conditions. After 5 months of not working, the deal's really bad. The deal that the workers got is that instead of the base pay starting at 45,000, it would start at 47,000.
That's a big bummer.
Yeah. Full-time employees were given a one-time payment of $1,500,
Yeah.
and then workers making less than 60K could work overtime and get
Oh
paid for it.
no. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's something, but that's I'm sure not what they were hoping for.
I don't think so. Not after losing 5 months of work.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's
I
crazy.
think I think HarperCollins won that one. Okay. HarperCollins has exclusive rights for some really big name authors, including Mark
J.K.
Twain.
Rowling.
Is she
I
one of
just
them?
made that up. I have no idea.
Oh, I was like, I didn't see that. Okay.
Okay, Mark
Mar-
Twain. Wow.
yep. H.G. Wells. I don't know him, but it sounded
Oh,
familiar.
yeah. No, we definitely know him, but what did he who wrote? No, that was Orwell. H.G. Wells. The Time Machine? The Invisible Man? I think The Invisible Man is where I know him.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Agatha Christie.
Agatha. So he
J.R.R.
supported Harper.
Tolkien.
Wow, they do have some big name.
Charlotte's Web.
Wait,
Beverly
just the book
Cleary.
or the author?
I guess the book. Because sometimes you
Oh,
can get
okay.
like, sometimes you get the whole author's collection, and sometimes you just get like one book.
Okay.
Beverly Cleary.
Wow.
Chronicles of Narnia. And a series of unfortunate events.
Really?
hmm
Wow. Are you
Yeah.
surprised that one made it on the top list?
Well, they had listed a bunch, and I picked out the
Oh,
ones that
okay.
we had read, but like we've done a lot of books that HarperCollins has published.
Wow. Yeah, I bet.
Hmm.
That is a great list. They really swept the Monopoly board.
Yeah, yeah. That's why they were sued by the government for collusion, market manipulation. Okay, so now we're back. Now we're back to Paolo.
Oh,
Forget. Okay.
his book just started selling.
Yep. So HarperCollins, they pick it up and they're like, we're gonna make this thing a moneymaker. And they did. International bestseller.
Wow.
Hmm.
How'd they do it? They just published it?
When you have big things like that, there's kind of like that self-fulfilling prophecy, right? People say HarperCollins only picks good books. Oh, I'm going to read it because it's published by HarperCollins. Oh, I know this person. They can staff it, they can stock it in like these really nice bookstores. People just,
It was the universe conspiring for him to succeed,
yes.
follow
Okay.
his destiny.
So since publication, Paolo has written at least one novel every 2 years.
Wow.
His entire collection, he sold 320 million copies
That's so
of his
many.
different books. Yep. In 2016, he was number two of the top 200 most influential contemporary authors.
Really?
Hmm. And that's it. That's all I got.
Wow. I haven't read anything else by him other than The Alchemist. Were there other books that were like in his top
I'll be
list?
honest. I was looking through them.
None of them.
They're kind of looking like duds. Or kind of like a little bit like Frida McFadden, where it's like he really likes writing about the pilgrimage and he writes
It
it
all
over
kind
and
of
over
feels
and
the
over
same.
again to me based on the titles and me judging the books by their cover.
Yes, we like to do that. I do see this one book called Maktub, which comes up in The Alchemist, and it's a series of short stories. No, no, it's timeless stories of reflection and rediscovery, an essential companion to The Alchemist.
Oh,
It's interesting. Okay, but okay, so interesting. Well, I guess things worked out for him.
I think so. And I'm realizing now that I didn't finish the book at all.
Oh no. The epilogue?
No, I only read to page 82.
Oh.
I thought I read the whole book.
Oh no. Oh well, good thing we're only doing the first part today.
Yeah, I guess
You would
so.
really have
It
been
was meant to
shocked.
be.
The universe conspiring for us to succeed.
That's right. Okay. Well, let's go to page
Wow.
82. Oh, but we have to judge a
Wow.
book by its cover.
Yeah, we have a few games to play, but yeah, and then you'll need to let me know what's happening on page 82 because I have the Kindle version.
Okay. I thought you had the.
I know I happen to own this too, but it was for free on Kindle. So
Okay.
it's so portable and so easy to highlight. Kindle's pretty
Mm-hmm.
great.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So I think you have the main cover.
It's orangey red with like a gold circle and it says The Alchemist and the back of it has like a moon and
Oh, that's nice.
it feels very like Middle Eastern Aladdin to me.
Yeah. Do you see what's in the top corners up there?
Oh, little birds.
Yes, falcons. I forgot you hadn't read the book.
Oh, and
And
then
pyramids.
pyramids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Keep that in your back pocket.
I've read this book before, so it's my
I feel
reread,
like,
but I
how much
haven't
do
read it
you
in a long
remember of
time.
it?
Honestly, nothing. It's like The
I
Little
know.
Prince.
It's like every time I read it, it's like a new book. I
Yeah.
don't remember any of
Because
it.
they both suffer the same thing where they're like kind of a little boring, but they also make you feel good.
It is, yeah, a cozy read.
Yeah, it's like inspirational and also very forgettable.
It's because the plot isn't what's important. It's all the
Yes,
fortune cookies along the way.
exactly. Exactly right. Hmm.
Okay. So what do you think of that cover? Would you pick it up?
Yeah, I think it's very interesting. I like my cover
I
a lot.
I like that one too. Um, My cover is very different. It's like a beige tan color. And there's like a silhouette of what looks kind of like a castle and trees. Honestly, I guess that's supposed to be Spain because that's definitely not Egypt.
No. Mm-mm. I think it's supposed to be Spain.
I guess it's Spain and it's like really foggy. I'll be honest. And then on the back, it's all the reviews. So there's not really much going on. The texture's great though. It's one of those really nice kind of texture
Oh,
books.
this one, I was gonna say, it feels almost like a leather, almost like a snake skin.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh. No, mine feels like old paper kind of, like the thick.
Oh, the papers are
Oh,
like
are yours
edged as
ridged? Ugh,
well.
I love
Yeah.
those. No, my book isn't like that.
Okay. Yeah, yours is a flop, I'll be honest.
Yeah, this cover does not really interest me. It looks
No.
very boring. It looks like the history of alchemy.
I was gonna say it looks like a devotional book, like the
Oh, it could look
purpose-driven
like that
life.
too. The text definitely looks like that. It has like some fancy script stuff going on in the background.
Yeah. It
Yep.
just it gives to me boring.
The
My
only books I
book,
read.
yeah,
Yours
my
is
book
fun.
gives fun, interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I'd pick your book.
Yeah. Okay.
So how far
So,
did you read? What happened?
so, well, let's see. I haven't looked at it in like 2 or 3 weeks.
I have a pretty good
So,
summary, so I think it'll help.
yeah, so basically, he left the glass man and he started traveling with the Englishman.
Okay.
And then we could probably go, because my one complaint about this book is that the chapters are so long.
Yeah, it's not really, it's just
It's
giant
like,
parts.
yeah, and you're just like, oh my God. So,
What about we go until he leaves the crystal guy? Does
yeah,
that
I
sound
think
like a
that's
good
good.
idea? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Perfect. All right, anything else? Are we ready for the summary?
No, let's do it.
Okay. So it's all of this whole part. So it's a little bit long, but feel free to interrupt. So we meet Santiago, our main character, who's a shepherd boy who became a shepherd so that he could travel the world. We meet him when he's sleeping by a sycamore tree in the sacristy of an abandoned church. Are you familiar with sacristy? That's a newish word for me.
No, what is it?
Well, I actually had to look it up just to make sure. But it's a place where priests get ready before mass and also where they store like vestments and other things. So like the green
Oh.
room kind of, but like nice,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Okay.
Interesting. Okay.
I know. He has a recurrent dream that he's by the Egyptian pyramids and is looking for a treasure, but wakes up before he finds it. He decides he'll visit a dream interpreter in Tarifa, his next stop. There, the gypsy woman interprets his dream and says, "You need to go to the pyramids. There, you'll find treasure." She also says his dream is written in the language of the world, an idea that will become important later in the book. He's pretty disappointed by this lackluster interpretation because basically she just said exactly what happened in his dream. But the gypsy woman didn't charge him for her services. Instead, she just asked for 10% of his future treasure that he'll find. So he's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
well, I guess I didn't lose out that much. Okay. Santiago is also planning on visiting a young woman in the next town where he's going. This is a woman who he met last year and he has a crush on, but actually it's more than a crush because when he comes back this year, he's going to ask her to marry him. Whoa.
Aw.
I know. Okay. So he gets to town, but before he gets to the girl, he meets an old man who says he is Melchizedek, the king of Salem. King Mel offers to help Santiago discover his treasure in exchange for a tenth of his sheep. Santiago says, "All right," and Mel shares boatloads of advice. He tells Santiago that Santiago has discovered his personal legend, the thing which you have always wanted to accomplish. Everyone knows what their personal legend is, but as they get older, a mysterious force convinces them that their legends are impossible to achieve. The one great truth of the planet is that when you really want something, it's because the desire originated in the soul of the universe. and everyone's purpose is to fulfill this desire. Mel tells Santiago that the treasure is in Egypt near the pyramids, just like the lady said, and that
Mm-hmm.
he can find it by following the omens. Mel gives him a retro magic 8 ball, aka two stones, Urim and Thummim, a black and white stone that stand for yes and no. These stones are for when Santiago can't read the omens. He leaves Santiago with two final pieces of advice: to not forget the language of the omens and to follow his personal legend to its conclusion. Santiago gets on a boat and ends up in Tangier, a city in northern Morocco. So he left that lady behind. He never saw her,
Mm-hmm.
never proposed. Okay, now he's in Morocco. He almost immediately gets robbed of all of his money, so now he can't move on with his journey. As he wanders around thinking of what to do next, he meets a crystal merchant and charms his way into a job. Santiago ends up being an incredible businessman. Actually, he's got the beginner's luck on his side, and the universe is conspiring for his success. But either way, business starts booming at the crystal shop, and Santiago stays there for 11 months. At that time, he has enough money to return home, double his flock, and buy a license to import products from Africa. However, he sees his Umim and Thummim stones and remembers King Mel, so he decides to continue on his journey to Egypt. Maktub, which means it is written.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
The end.
The end. Okay, so what did you think?
I thought, okay, one of the things that stuck out to me this time, and we can go back if this is too far into the section, was all this Melchizedek stuff. Are you familiar
Yeah,
with Melchizedek?
it sounded very biblical, but I didn't remember it.
Yeah. I had to look it up too because I'm like, what exactly was all this again? So Melchizedek was a high priest. He was a priest and a king of Salem, also known as something
Oh.
else. I forget what the other name is. But he's like actually in the Bible. And he's really mysterious because basically he just kind of appears one day and then he isn't mentioned again for like 400 years until he's like mentioned in the Psalms or something. We're like, what? But then Jesus comes and he says he's a priest in the order of Melchizedek, which is like, and it says that Melchizedek's line like has no end or something. So it's like, who is Melchizedek? Like it's kind of a mystery, but I know.
Oh.
I should look it up again. Um, but yeah, that's really interesting. And the high priest, they also wore this vest that had all these stones in it, including Urim and Thummim, or however they are. Those are actual real
Oh.
stones. Isn't that crazy? I know. Like this guy,
Oh.
he's got a lot of things in there. Let me see. Oh, and he helped Abraham. Okay, let me pull this out because I'm just kind of doing this from memory. Okie dokie. Um, do. Okay, so Abram was returning from pursuing the kings who came from the east, and he gave Melchizedek a tenth of everything. Yeah, so Melchizedek blesses Abram, and then in return, Abram gives him a tenth of everything. So
Okay.
kind of see
Yep.
that coming up too. Um, and yeah, it says Jesus is identified as the high priest forever in the order of Melchizedek. Anyways, I don't know. It's just interesting.
Isn't
So,
doesn't it kind of feel a little bit like mm, what
story?
what I would imagine if you talked to someone today, if I was like, I have these two stones and like I like use them to predict what will happen, it would be called like witchcraft or like gambling or something like that.
I don't think the priest used the stones for that, but they were in his like garb.
Well, because per AI, it says these stones were believed to be used to seek divine guidance and revelation.
Oh, I do see that on AI. Yeah. Well, and they did like cast lots and stuff too.
Yeah, like why was that okay?
I don't know.
All right,
Maybe this
well,
was I don't know. Maybe God was like, here's a tool. Use
I
this
guess
one.
so.
I guess like it's like the origin of it. That could be it.
Yeah, yeah,
Versus
okay.
if it's like a witchy kind of spirit.
Witchy woo.
Don't
Yeah,
listen to
okay.
those stones. I don't know.
Okay.
Ooh,
Wow,
and
that's
do you
so
know what? I
interesting.
know. Last thing, do you know what Urim and Thummim mean?
I saw it in an AI, so tell me.
Oh, well, I'm pretty sure one Urim means light and Thummim means truth. So that's pretty cool.
Mm, yes. What did you think about Santiago's girlfriend?
Um, okay, so what we know about her is that she's impressed that he can read because most shepherd boys can't read, but he had gone to seminary. And his parents wanted him to become a priest, but he said, "No, I'm going to be a traveler. I'm going to be a shepherd." But these parents were pretty supportive. So they didn't have
Yeah.
mental institutions, I guess, in Spain over there. So a little different, but semi-biographical. Okay, so she's impressed that he can read, and she likes hearing all of his stories. I mean, she seemed fine. She didn't seem like she was ready for adventure.
Yeah, I guess I'm just wondering, it's like if that's really what he wanted to do, why didn't he just do that? Like this guy shows up with these magic stones and sends him on this potential, I guess he's having these dreams.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, maybe it's like he is putting limits on himself. He's like, well, all I have is this little area,
Mm-hmm.
and out of this area, like this seems like the best thing. And like, I'm sure that wouldn't have been a bad thing, but the
Mm-hmm.
better thing would have been to like follow his dream and expand his world and go on this big adventure.
Yeah. Well, because I was just thinking, like, especially in the context of the Little Prince, she seems so much like his Rose, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Like
Let's
that's really
think.
like his treasure. That's what he wants, but he is going on adventure instead.
Yeah. Well, okay. Also, though, I don't know how like much of a connection they really had. It sounds like he liked her, but I don't know if it was like love of his life type of thing, you know? Also, I guess the
Yeah.
difference between him and the little prince is that, well, I was gonna say the little prince like made a commitment to the rose, but he really didn't. The rose just appeared. The rose just kind of chose him. So, I was gonna say that was a difference, but I don't know about that actually.
Oh my God. Well, and the other thing too is that like, why can't you have it all? Why can't he go propose to the girl and say, "Let's go on this crazy adventure"?
I know, that's true. Well, I mean, I don't know. Melchizedek never said he couldn't, but I guess she just wouldn't have wanted to go. I don't, you're right. I was thinking that too, because we had brought that up with the little prince, where it's like, well, why don't you bring the rose? Could that be an
Yeah.
option?
Yeah.
Yeah. That never seems to be an option here.
I just feel like sometimes people, and I've done this too, where you feel like things are so either A or B, and
Mm.
you don't
Mm-hmm.
think creatively to think, well, maybe I can do both, or I
Yeah.
can do a new option that's like a mix of both of them or something like that,
Yeah.
you know?
Hmm. Okay. Well, I wonder if though, if her personal destiny is something different and they're not compatible destinies. Maybe she's gonna do something amazing in this city, but she can't
Well,
leave. I don't know.
I'd rather know that than go travel the world thinking about this girl, right?
That's true. That's
But
true.
that's not how the story was written.
No, that sure isn't. Although I'll be honest with this girl, I feel like he kind of forgets her. He kind of moves on pretty quick.
Well, he said something where I was like, "You're kind of a liar." Because he
Oh, what does he say?
said, okay, so this is, let's see. He was thinking of stories to tell her. And so he says he tried to remember good stories to relate as he sheared the sheep. Most of them he read in books, but he would tell them as if they were from his personal experience.
Oh, I also, yeah. Okay, sorry, is there more?
She would never know the difference because she didn't know how to read.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm like, this is a weird relationship. Like, do you even like her?
Uh,
Or do you just like that she's interested in you?
Well, and it's like he wants to make himself seem more interesting.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe it's because it's like he's not confident because he had like fears that she would forget him or she would move on to someone else, and he's having like a lot of this like imposter syndrome, like maybe she wouldn't like him because he's just a shepherd, so he wants to
Mm-hmm.
make up these like fantastical stories.
Yeah. Hmm. Okay, so I'm thinking with all of that, I feel like what he has with this girl is like infatuation. Like it kind of just feels like a crush, where it's
Hmm.
like if it were something that was actually more like a substantial love relationship thing, then maybe it would be worth staying there. Like, maybe that's your journey. But like this one just didn't seem like it was it for him.
I could see that. The the way I was taking it was a little different of that he wasn't ready for that relationship. He didn't have the
Oh, yeah.
confidence or the belief in himself that he deserved her.
Yeah. Oh, I could see that. I like that reading. Yeah,
I
so
like
maybe like he
both.
comes back at the end of the journey and is ready.
Hmm.
That could be
Yeah.
it. Hmm. I like
What
that read
did
on
you
things.
what did you think about the concept of people, everyone having what is it, a personal journey or
Personal destiny,
a
or
personal
legend,
destiny,
personal legend.
personal legend, and people
Yeah.
thinking that they're stuck on their path and they can't complete their
Oh, like
journey.
when people don't follow their path.
Hmm.
Okay, so all this stuff, I'm like, on one level, I'm like, this is nice. But sometimes I'm like, it feels like it's too much, where it's
Hmm.
like the advice after college is like, follow your passion. You're like, what? Like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't know. It's, on some level, I'm like, this sounds too like frou frou. I don't know. But your question is about you feel like you have some passion or destiny or legend when you're younger, but when you're older, you kind of limit yourself to that. Or like he's saying that's what happens. People say like, "Oh, I can't do that
Yeah, what do you
anymore."
think about that?
I think that can definitely happen because I think when you're younger, you do have like grand ideas of like I can do all these things. And like I do think you kind of lose that sense. And maybe in good ways where you're like you become more practical. But also I
Hmm.
think it's good to like keep, you know, some of those like big dreams and desires.
You think it's good to keep the big dreams, or you think it's good to become practical?
I think this was some advice I heard one of my professors, I forget even how we got on this, but he said, because we were talking about something kind of like this, of like, you have a big goal or whatever. And he was like, well, you can pursue the big goal, but just don't quit your day job. So it was
Uh,
like, if you gotta like pay rent, you
mm-hmm.
gotta have your job to pay rent, but you can still pursue
Yes.
your big dream, but not at the expense of like your family's well-being,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe that's what I would say is like still
Hmm.
dream big, but also don't be reckless. Maybe that's it.
Hmm. Yeah, I think that makes sense. And I think the first time I read it, that's how I was thinking of it. Being a little bit older and seeing people in their 40s, 50s in like corporate America, I feel like how I see it now is more of people feeling like I've been in this job for so long, I can't get a new job. I don't like my
Oh,
situation, but I'm stuck
oh, okay.
in that way of feeling like they've made their choices and now they cannot change.
Change.
It's
Oh,
too late
yeah.
for them. So maybe not necessarily that like, oh, I wanted to become like a pop star and I can't become a pop star, but more of like always keeping the I can reimagine my life and I can make it different at any time. Like I'm not stuck just because I've made previous choices.
Yeah. I think that's a big one. Like being
Hmm.
adaptable and
Yeah.
like being willing to change. Because, yeah, that is harder to do the longer you've been doing something. So,
Right.
mhm,
I was
let
gonna
me
say I
finish.
talk to people and they say, "Oh, I don't like this or I don't like that," and I say, "Well, do it different. Do something different." And They literally will say, "Well, I can't. I've been doing it this way too long." Like they'll literally just say, "I've been doing it too long. I can't do anything else. It's too hard for me
Yeah.
to learn something new."
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think causes that or leads to that? And what do you think could fix that?
I think what causes it is being too comfortable for too long.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to have a certain level of healthy stress,
Mm-hmm.
you
Mm-hmm.
know, kind of mixing it up. And then I also think ultimately why people decide not to do it is that while they dislike the things that they complain about, they dislike the thought of having to grow and do something more because it's going to be uncomfortable. They dislike the thought of that even more.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go for it.
Well, and then do you want to finish your thought?
I was just gonna say the other thing too is that like I can see as you get older, you're like, I only have 5 years, six
That's
years,
true.
and then I'm done. Why am I gonna go through all that pain for a couple of years? When you're young, you're like, I have 40 years to go.
That's true.
I can't do this for 40 years. I gotta switch it
Yeah.
up.
Right. Hmm. What I was gonna say is that it reminds me of this comedian that I was listening to, and he was saying like he was talking about like how kids like you put them in all these different sports and arts and stuff and like they can do anything and they would just like learn whatever. But like it seems like when you're an adult, you're not able to do that anymore. And you're like, oh, I wish I could play piano, but I missed my chance when I was 8. I was like, well, you could play
Yes.
piano now if you want. But it's
Mm-hmm.
like we're just scared of being bad at something or trying something new because of the things you're saying, like it's scary and stuff. But like if you just always keep practicing that, you keep going to random classes or like, put yourself into
Yeah.
these new situations, then it kind of like practices that muscle so then you could switch your job.
What's something that you feel like you'll never be able to do? Like, what's that thing that you're not doing?
Um, hmm, let me think. I feel like there is something that comes up every so often where I'm like, oh man, I wish I had learned that skill. I can't think of one. There's a lot of skills that I can't do, but I do feel like I'm like, if I could take a class in this, I think I could learn it. Like singing, wish I could sing. I would love to
Yeah.
take piano classes, but I'm like, if I could take a class, I think I could learn it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I would like to do those things. Yeah. I don't know, maybe sports is something, or it's like, oh, I never really like, we never played sports growing up.
Yeah. We're
Harder to do
mathletes.
now. I know, all the athletes. But I
I'm
don't know if
so
something
bad at
like big comes
sports.
to mind. What would come to mind for you?
Two things came to mind. The first one was learning Spanish.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to learn a second language, and I feel like I know a lot of Spanish. Not like a ton, but
Mm.
like I know like enough to kind of like get around. And I feel like if I just really sat down and invested time, I could get really good.
Mm. Hmm.
But I just never make the time for it.
Right.
So that's one thing. And then the second one is learning to like dance in social settings.
Yeah. That one's hard to learn. How do you learn that?
Yeah, I feel like in our white American culture, it's like you don't dance.
Yeah.
Like you dance like professionally,
I mean, not
but
professionally, but yeah, I took like ballet classes.
well, I would say
Like
like if you plot everyone on the dancing scale, you're in like the
upper tier.
upper tier, like professional. Like, you did dance for years, but not like dancing at a party.
I know. Yeah. That one's hard because that one, I feel like the only way to learn it, I guess you could take other dance classes and like, work on your rhythm and stuff. But like social dancing, I feel like the only way to learn that is in social situations which is like the highest stake
Yes.
time to try something new.
Well, if you're in a culture where you just dance all the time,
Yeah,
like even as a kid, I feel like you
you
get it,
pick it
you
up.
figure it out, you like see what other people do, you're like, that's a cool move. I'm gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do this, you know? And you get a lot of confidence.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, how am I gonna get that?
You gotta start going to those parties.
Ugh, I know. See? There it is.
We found it.
It's too hard.
The thing that's too hard.
Yeah.
I mean, how often do you have those social situations to go to though? Like it's hard to learn, you know?
Well, I've designed my life so that it doesn't happen very often.
But you know what, Candy? Today in the day of YouTube, you can do anything in the comfort of your home.
That's true.
Learn a
That's
few
true.
moves, bring them to your next party. Just keep working on them.
I feel like Andrew and I could learn like swing or something,
Oh, I think
or
that'd be
like,
so fun.
yeah, like
Yeah.
learn a couple's dance like that, do a little bit of the basic ballroom stuff, and then
Whip that
I
out.
think, yeah.
I think that'd be super fun. So what's keeping you from learning swing dance?
Well, I keep asking Andrew if he wants to do it. He says no.
We really need to ask Andrew then. What's keeping him from learning swing dance?
Andrew says, I don't care. I don't want to do it. So
Oh no.
I could learn with someone else, but then if I'm at a party with Andrew, who am I going to swing with? I just one
You gotta
person
swing him
swinging.
around.
No, I'm just like dancing by myself. Like, oh my God. Okay.
I'll sing with you. Okay, on the note of Spanish though, side topic, Candy, we could do this together. We could have an offshoot podcast called Bookalicious,
Oh no.
where we have to talk in Spanish. And it'd be so fun. People could learn Spanish with us. Or like, we do as much as we can in Spanish.
Oh my
And
God.
each week it's us practicing Spanish.
Wow.
So we'll have
That could be
something
kind
that
of fun.
I think that could actually be kind of fun. Because I also want to
Yeah,
learn Spanish.
we could read like kid books in Spanish.
Yes. I have been reading. So Josh and I were trying to do this, and I found this one author who has she has like 80 books, and they're just like different occupations. So we
Oh.
read cocineros and we read enfermeros and all these different things.
Oh.
Yeah, so we learned about cooking, what's in the kitchen. We learned about food. We learned about nurses. That was actually helpful for Josh. He learned his medical Spanish through that one. But
Oh.
those were like
We,
simple books,
yeah, that's what we
like
would
not a
do.
story. But yeah, I think
Oh.
it wasn't a story, but we could find a story.
Yeah. That could be
I think
fun.
I think it could be fun.
I like it. All
Okay,
right.
Book of Licioso. Add it to our network.
We're noodling it. We're noodling it. Okay, what else?
Um, let's see. Ooh. Oh, never mind. I had written a note, but actually it's pretty much the same question. It is the same question you asked. The world's greatest lie is that at a certain point in our lives, we lose control of what's happening to us, and our lives become controlled by fate. That's
Mm-hmm.
the world's greatest lie. And then I said, "Do you believe this?" But that's kind of similar. I think this is a little different.
Do you believe it?
That you become controlled by fate. It
That
kind of
you
seems similar.
believe
Oh,
that you believe you are controlled by fate. Not that you are, but you believe.
oh. No, I don't think so. I mean, I think there's things that are outside of our control, but then you choose how you respond to it.
So, okay,
Um,
I think what he's saying is that people believe that they're controlled by destiny. That's the biggest lie. Do you agree with that? Is that making sense?
let's
Talking
see.
crazy.
Well,
So not that you're
wait.
actually controlled by destiny, but someone's walking around there and they say, I can't do it because I'm on this path and it's too far. And he's saying that mentality, that belief is the biggest lie.
Um, I don't think I believe that. Like I'm thinking about how I live my life. I'm like, that doesn't seem like how I make choices and things. I don't know. What do you think?
So do you think
Wait.
the biggest lie that people tell themselves, I guess?
Oh, that's what you're asking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Do you think that's
oh,
the biggest
oh, so people just
lie?
become like complacent.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I see.
Or do
Um,
you think there's a different, bigger lie?
ooh, that's a good question. I think this is definitely a big part of a lie people tell themselves because of what
Mm-hmm.
we were already talking about. It's like, oh, well, I can't change this situation or
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Is it the biggest lie? Um, let's see. I don't know. I think you could also say maybe it's the lie of like I can't try to do that. I don't know if that's kind of the same thing. But like having
Mm-hmm.
fear of trying something new,
Mm-hmm.
that could be part of the lie.
I could see a different lie being that as you get older and you've kind of settled in your ways, you settle in your beliefs.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, I feel like that would be a more dangerous lie of like
Oh.
becoming too rock solid and too rigid in your beliefs and how you see the world and your perspective and not
Yeah.
being
Keeping
willing
an
to
open
take
mind.
in, yeah, not taking in new information.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hmm. Yeah. Would you say that's a bigger lie then than the fate?
To me, it feels at a minimum the more dangerous of the lies.
Yeah, I could see that because I feel like that changes how you view other people
Yes,
versus your
exactly.
actions are more so just what's happening in your own life.
Yeah, because maybe, maybe you're working your 9 to 5 and it kind of sucks. And maybe your personal dream is for you to go become a pop star and you never become a pop star. But that doesn't mean that, like, your life is horrible. Maybe you have a
Yeah.
nice family and you don't get to be a pop star, but you get to have a great family life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't seem so bad. You
Right.
becoming like set in your ways and everyone has these incorrect beliefs or assumptions and you're unwilling to change them. I feel like that's what makes you like bitter and old and crotchety and grumpy, you know?
Yeah. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, and it is interesting that I feel like when it's your circumstance, like if it's your job example that you're not happy with, like you recognize that and you're like, oh, I'm not really happy with this. Wish I could change it, but oh well. But when you have like biases or, I don't know, judgmental thoughts or hateful thoughts or
Yeah,
something, yeah, you're right. Like you don't even realize it. There's
right.
nothing telling you that this is wrong.
You're telling
Unless you
yourself it's
have
right.
that. Yeah, because you're telling yourself it's right. So, so the biggest lie is you lying to yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa. I could see that.
Interesting. Okay, what did you think about? Are you good if we move?
Hmm.
Okay. What did you think about how Santiago misread the omens? Did we get to that part?
When? On his way to the crystal shop? Oh, when the guy stole from him?
Yeah, he stole from him.
Oh, he's still in the beginning part of his journey. Oh, okay. I have a
Go
line to
for it.
circle back to, but let's no,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's
Go for it.
I missed it. Ah, okay. All right. This is actually I was looking through my notes. And when we were talking about the merchant's daughter who he just dropped at the pin of a hat, um, I I had these lines. He said, "Here I am between my flock and my treasure." The boy thought he had to choose between something he had become accustomed to and something he wanted to have. There was also the merchant's daughter, but she wasn't as important as his flock because she didn't depend on him. And you know what that reminded me of from
Mm,
The Little Prince?
flower.
The
She
flower, you're
depended on
responsible for
him.
what you love.
Mm-hmm.
hmm So he didn't love her, and they weren't responsible for each other. So he said, "Cut the ties. I'm leaving."
Well, if he would have, confessed his love, then they would have been responsible for each other. So maybe it's good that he decided to go on his journey now.
hmm
Hmm.
There you
Hmm.
go. So maybe it's okay that he left.
Yeah. I think I think for him, and I think for the little prince too. The little prince would have never been happy. Even though
What
he was
if
with
he
his
hadn't?
rose, he didn't realize that he was happy, that he had everything that he needed. He needed to go out and find out,
Mm. hmm
you know?
Yeah. Okay, so we're back to him being burglared,
Yes. Burgled.
burgled. Okay, so he misread all the omens. Yeah, yeah, he kind of did. He was in a tough spot though. He didn't speak the language, had no idea what was happening. He was a little careless. So basically, he was getting tea and he said, "This tea's bad, but I can't speak the language. I can't order anything else." Just like you in Japan, maybe.
Yep. Yep. He was at the
And-
finger point. That's all you get.
yeah. And, and then this guy comes who speaks Spanish and he's like, "Oh, I can talk to you. This is great." And he says like, "Oh, I can help you do whatever. I can help you get to the pyramids," which is where he's trying to go. And then the owner comes by and he starts yelling at them. And Santiago doesn't know what he's saying. He's like, "What's happening?" And then the guy who can speak Spanish, he's like, "Oh, he wants us out of here. He's just a crazy old man." And then
Hmm.
the Spanish guy he's like, "Here, I'll carry your money bag for you." And I was like, Santiago, come on. I feel like you should have seen that one coming. But
Oh
anyways,
my
and he runs
God.
off with it and he loses all of his money. But he didn't speak the language.
Do you think he needed to have his money stolen so that he could fulfill his personal legend?
I feel like, well, yeah, it's kind of weird because they're just now saying like fate doesn't control you, but also it seemed like fate was making all these things happen. You know?
Hmm.
That seems like how the book is happening. Everything had to happen so that he could learn this lesson.
Maybe what he's trying to say is that there are multiple paths that you can go on. And once you go on that one path, like you're kind of set on the trajectory. But
Okay.
maybe you can change paths at any time? No, that's circular logic. Yeah,
That
it
sounds like
does kind
fate,
of, yeah.
right? I don't know. Because yeah, the fate thing that he was saying, it kind of confuses me since it seems like I guess I don't see the difference between personal legend and fate. I guess fate forces you to do something versus he's always choosing to follow his personal legend.
Right, because if you're gonna sit here and say everyone has a personal legend, but they choose not to do it, well, they choose not to do it because they believe. That's the part that I think we're getting twisted because they believe that fate is real, and
Oh,
he's trying to say fate is not real.
okay.
But then you look at Santiago and his journey, and it seems like in order for him to fulfill his personal legend, all of these things had to happen just so.
Yeah. Right? Or maybe not. Maybe they didn't have to happen just this way, but this is how it happened.
Yeah.
And he happened to learn all these things. Maybe that's what it is.
I and I think like sometimes it's hard too when bad things happen to you, like unequivocally bad things happen, like, oh, I lost all of my money and I'm in a country where I don't speak the language. And people say
Mm-hmm.
it's part of the journey. Like this is
Yeah.
what needed to happen. And sometimes you're like, did that need to happen?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sometimes it's actually just bad.
Yeah, like do could I have gone to the pyramids without losing all of my money?
You could have just bought a one-way ticket from the beginning.
Yeah, this seems like yes, I could have.
I know. Yeah, I agree. Although I will say there's a lot of things in this book where I'm like, wow, that's a good perspective. And like one of the things, um, and like the way Santiago responds to this is he decided he's like, okay, I'm not going to see myself as like just this helpless victim. I'm going to see myself as an adventurer. And this is like the next part in the adventure. And I was
Yeah.
like, and not to sugarcoat it, Like that is a bad thing that happened. But like that seems like a good response to it.
I agree.
Like, adapt, keep going.
I definitely agree with that because I think like you can recognize like, okay, this was not great. The passport finagle thing was not good, but I remember Andrew saying he's like, well, maybe we'll be done with this and it'll be a really crazy fun story that we can tell.
That's a good perspective. And it
I
is
mean,
now.
well, not quite, but it's getting there. Maybe in a year from now.
Our listeners, I'm sure, enjoyed it.
Yeah. Ugh. Um, okay. Closing thoughts. We've been going for a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you're right. We
And
have been going.
yeah,
Ugh.
closing
Well,
thoughts.
okay, I have one more line thought,
All
but
right,
then I
let's
can
do
get
it.
to my closing thought. Okay, so this is when he's sad about um losing all of his money.
Yeah.
And he said he was so ashamed that he wanted to cry. He had never even wept in front of his own sheep. But the marketplace was empty and he was far from home, so he wept. He wept because God was unfair and because this was the way God repaid those who believed in their dreams. When I had my
Mm.
sheep, I was happy, and I made those around me happy. People saw me coming and welcomed me, he thought. But now I'm sad. I think there's a lot there. But one of the things it reminded me of, especially since I was like, wow, all this religious imagery, where is this coming from? It reminded me
Mm-hmm.
of the Israelites in Egypt when they like escaped their slavery in Egypt and then they're wandering around the desert and they're like, we don't have any food. Like, food was way better in Egypt. Why did you even take us
Yeah.
from slavery? And so it kind of reminded me of that, where it's like he's in a better place because he's on his personal destiny, but he's thinking back about to when times were comfortable. He's like, wish I could go back there.
Do
That's
you
what it
think,
reminded me of.
which it does, I see where you're going with it, but with the Israelites, they were enslaved. So
Worse, much worse than being a shepherd by choice.
one 100% bad. Okay. But the being the shepherd, it kind of seemed like he was pretty happy.
I agree. Yeah,
If he had
I don't
never
think it's a
had
direct comparison.
if he had never had these dreams, if this personal legend had never come upon him, it seems like he would have been happy,
But he
content.
wouldn't have known what he was missing out on.
Can you if you can't imagine something and it never occurs, does it
Hmm.
matter?
I think to you it doesn't matter. But I guess if you're someone else who's like, this person is missing out on so much, like they could have their happiness is as good as they can experience it right now because this is all they know. But I know they could experience so much more. Like if someone's only eaten like canned tuna and you're
Hmm.
like, let me tell you about mahi mahi. Like you don't even know.
Let me
Like you
tell you
could
about
just be like,
granola.
I know. Oh yes, Candy listened to our episode.
Yes.
I love granola. So it would be like you're like, oh well, I'll just leave them eating the canned tuna because they're content. But I'll eat my mahi mahi since I know about it.
It's like King and Jinx. I don't let them outside.
So they
Those
don't
outside
know.
cats, they see them, they say, it's so cool out here
Mm-hmm.
until they get hit by a
I
car.
know. Well, that it's always a risk.
It's always a risk.
Get mercury from mahi mahi.
Oh my God.
So
Yes.
that's kind of what I'm thinking of. And actually, on the note of our last podcast, I feel like that's what, because we had HM and Solomon,
Yes.
and everyone wanted to be Solomon because at least he's aware of things that are happening. HM was totally happy, but no
Oh.
one wanted to be HM. So I think even you would want to be on this adventure.
Okay. Closing thoughts.
Okay, yes, back to the closing thoughts. Okay, so for this first half, I was into like I was into it. Partly because you're reading it for the book club. I probably would not have read it as fast without a deadline.
Yeah.
Um, I like all the themes that are coming up. I do feel like it's maybe a little bit repetitive,
Hmm.
and sometimes I'm like, this seems a little bit too like whimsy or fantastical of an idea.
Did you feel like that with The Little Prince?
Yeah, a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. I did too.
Yeah. But still a lot of things where I'm like, I really appreciate that like worldview or like way of thinking
Hmm.
of things. So overall, I like it.
I think it's almost like reading like a self-help book where it's like
Yeah.
it's like you're exercising and you're like, okay, I feel good after I've done it, but while I'm doing it, I'm kind of like, this sucks.
Yeah.
You know?
So you
That's
don't
kind of how
enjoy
I
the
feel.
book, but you like having read it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this book, what it's doesn't have that the Little Prince had that helped it tremendously was short chapters.
Brevity. Yeah.
Well, the book is probably about the same length.
Oh, really?
I mean, this is 160 pages. The Little Prince is like maybe like what, 110?
I had Kindles of both. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'm just saying they're both short books.
Yeah, that's true.
They both drag a little bit, I think, because of like the context and like it's kind of dense. It's making you think. Maybe that's why I don't like it. It's like it's making you think about
Yeah.
stuff.
It's all life lessons, just over
Yeah.
and over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like philosophy that I'm having to think about. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Yeah, I think that's true.
But The Alchemist is like it's kind of just like what, part one, part two, part three. There's like no chapters in
Yeah, I
between.
think so. Mm-hmm.
So I had thought I had read the whole book. But then I remembered looking at it, what happened is that I was falling asleep and I was like, I'll just get to the next chapter. And the next chapter never
I
came.
never came. That's how they get you.
And
Harper
then,
Collins.
yeah. And then I just, apparently
Never
I
went
gave up.
back.
I never went back. I thought I finished it. My brain's like, you're done, girl.
Oh my gosh. You've gotten what you need. You've gotten the life lesson by now.
That's it.
Wow. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's a treat.
I'll be finishing it up.
Hmm. I think
So,
you'll enjoy it. I feel like a lot happens.
yeah.
But by the end, I think
Yeah.
you'll be ready for it to be done.
I think so. I definitely think so. So we are going to finish the book next time.
Mm-hmm. We're for sure only doing 2 parts for this book. Is that right?
Definitely. Yeah. 2 parts. And then after that, Trust in the Emerald Sea.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that,
Akatar 2.
Akatar Book 2. That kind of seems to be where the Bookalytics are, Uman and Thurman.
Yeah. Yeah, Uma Thurman.
I know. I just realized I said that wrong.
I only know that from the Fallout Boy song.
I'm gonna dance like Uma
Uma
Thurman.
Thurman.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my
What is
God. Could
she
you
in? Oh, she's
imagine?
in Pulp Fiction. She's
We
in a
should
lot of
make
things,
like
actually.
yeah, she's a big actress. We should make like uh dice that are Uma Thurman and you roll them and one's a yes and one's a no.
One's her smiling, one's her frowning.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And that like leads you to decide what you're going to do next for your personal journey.
Imagine if the priest had that on their vestments.
Oh my God. Okay. But yeah, so Uma Thurman, she's guiding us to Akatar Book 2. So I think that's where we'll go
Hmm.
next. And then we'll circle back with The Hobbit and probably
Oh,
bring
yeah.
Sam as a guest.
Sam is very excited for The Hobbit.
Yeah, he's going to be
It's a
waiting.
great book. Have you read it
Oh, yeah.
recently or ever?
I've read it, not in a long time, though.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long, long time.
It's a good one.
Have you finished it?
No, I think, a little over halfway. Then Sam and I decided we weren't potting that week. So then I had to move on to the other books that I needed to read.
Oh my
So,
God.
but it's a good one. I'll circle back.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll see you next time.
Yeah,
Love
this was
you.
super fun. Love you
Yeah.
too. Bye.
Bye.